There's like 3 seniors in that class. We always needed. Yeah. Well, I love it.
Everything. Right. So my camera, I think I put the wrong card in there. I was totally prepared earlier for class. Right. Right. We got. Let's kind of recap back on what we talked about thus far. What did we talk about thus far? Why? I know you want to talk, but I'm inviting you to now, so let's talk. No, I think you talk too. I like what you're talking about. What's up?
There's 500, but it was very shocking.
My book. Let me to myself recording. Let me see. That's important. That's not some other things around there. What do you want? Why not talk about? Yeah, you okay with that thing? You know the indicators for that thing now because whatever it is, it's 500 or 5,000. I think it's more like 5,000. Like you have a 6 or more. What a guy really is. You're not going to earlier to the previous. That's what that says. And then, again, all these things are sometimes we don't know where we are in someone's life, whether we're funny messy, whining messy, making messy, we're getting a whole new to start life. All of this happens in relationships. Trauma occurs in relationships, what has to be good in it? I think it's the slide where it says that. It's never been trauma occurs in relationships, so it has to be here or it has to heal in relationships. Relationship is aligned to all of this, which is why, right? Because that's where there is no other reflection of relationship being at its best when you can get in relationship with that. So that's why like all this becomes very real for me, and it becomes clear for me that there is hope when I think about the relationship that we have with our God. And so God gave us brains.
It's the God quote, like, you know, always different. I'm sure most likely have one more no, it's not. But Tom has to maybe curious about it. Maybe he is part of the but when it is just that. I do a lot of work in the military, especially in Indianapolis. Death and
crime, their children. Even though that has become very minimal, because children should not grow up like that, it doesn't mean that their brains aren't being negatively affected. And so our brains are still in this that they always have been. The brain is going to be the brain, but we are our brain. We function as the brain that we have, not the brain that we want to be. So those brains that are here for finance or depression or anxiety, that is the brain that you are working with. So you have to do some things to help that brain change because you are the brain that you have. Often when I'm doing hearing groups, I feel like and I say that I desire. So in this, the children are perfect. They're not clear, they speak sometimes, and you gotta grade them and redirect them, you like cars, and all that happen, and how they're experiencing, and then life could human could, all these normal things that happen, we are all the brains that we have. And resilience plays a really big role about resilience, but which is why I'm actually happy that Life Space 8 and that would be going through as a question about if you have questions on any point, just let me know. And today we're going to talk about the brain. That you are not afraid to say out loud. So it's just doing work at a summer camp around the kids every single day, and it's in like a real like part of like my neighborhood. So it's like all these kids that are like parents that's good for everything, and they don't have to worry about here and like in the dating community, and like there's these kids who don't have that opportunity, don't are not financially stable, and still have like problems at home. It's just interesting to see how they act. A lot of the kids at like my camp, like yes, they're like well off, but like you can tell that like things are going on in their life that are not so good. Neglect than I do when I'm at home. Like I'm like these kids come to the before care, they go to camp all day, and then they go to after care. It's like they're literally their parents see them for this. And so it's because of this kids really are going to act out a lot more. So like the kids seem to come to like have like really big secret, but like they just love to sit. They want your attention. They don't like your attention, but like the kids back at home and having like maybe less significant. Not say like less harmful, like how they act out to get like attention. Like positive and like want like positive. For us, when people have one. I know that some of you probably do that. You know, if you're a category, I'm not saying you have to do it. I mean, for us, if somebody has money with them, they don't have problems, right? People with money don't have problems. And that the opposite would be true also, right? People who have money don't have problems. So that people who don't have it, they are all of them. Like you said, a lot is going wrong in their life. I will put up. Maybe I'll use that for our Grant County where poverty is. I think it's like number third. It's like third at the bottom as far as poverty. So yes, poverty. These are like poverty is a great indicator. Cases though, but even in your experience from the children in the struggling because this suggests that they're struggling to some aspect. And so even looking at those, poverty is a great indicator of life. Because if you're life, I shared you briefly that you actually opened up a case study that took us further into this method of And then next week, but the way even that we view that positive experience for our children has an impact. We have biases that we operate on. We have assumptions that we operate on. I work with organizations. So, asking in the organization say that creates a lot of training and helping them to so those and so a lot of offenders, ex-offenders, even that number, right? That's a lot of people are from the but they work with a lot of and so she was interacting with a man, and she said that everything in her body was about to ask him when was a story about how his wife was the main, was the one who was employed. But the way he looked, the way he acted, he said everything in her was about to ask that next question. And I'm sure that was he wants to interact with someone who wants to someone that's the way I live. And we'll talk about a lot of those things in this semester. But as we think about our family experience, I think the lady really from his experience with the obesity study was in the medical field, we felt as though they missed something. Because every person that has come to know what happened, because they've been dealing with these issues all their lives. You're not going to the doctor because you have a headache, you have a pain. Those are can be somatic things that are coming up in your brain. Your brain is an active too, so you're from your body. And so it was really this opportunity. What trauma informed care is, and what I teach means is that we're not asking you, we're asking what happened to you. So in asking people what happened to you, and starting to consider, here's more story going on. Is a very unproductive. So if you find yourself asking the person, like, what's wrong with you? It's really what happened to you. And that's not necessarily said what advice. God, you need like crazy right now with this person because they are hurting. It doesn't matter if you're in a hurry. How many of you have ever been to a fast food service? Hey, that's maybe another job. And you have to think about, it's like, I'm like 68% saved, so I can be nice. You don't want to, right? You're walking with me, but still some parts that come up, and I'll be like, Lord, keep it back. So, when, just thinking about those things, I'm on the right rock. Even in that, you have to remember, if you're driving and somebody cuts you off, it has nothing to do with you. That person is having a bad day. Always going to help us help someone else. Because a lot of us, we get mixed up in that as well. We really get mixed up in, this is about me, you understand the first thing, but sometimes it has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us. That's all. Yes, yes, I know. Yeah. So for those of you who and those mentors that he's referring to on this page, because we will learn more. He says that his professor was learning that told him that also. Dr. Van Schizophrenia and all these other things. He said, what would you call that diagnosis? And his response was, I would simply call that person fat. I will call them by their name. We live people through people. I believe that God is always, well, I'm sorry, not that I believe. We've been told that we have every spiritual gift. Okay, we have every spiritual gift. That means that everything that we need is already inside of us. So if we need is already inside of us, add anything extra, I need to help you realize who you are in the Lord. That is the path that I want us to be on as we start to create this really shout out to you. So again, for those of you who are struggling, it's not for me. It's for you. I will discuss it with you and we'll come back to it, but it's not for me. I need you to know how you are through your lens, through your lens of Christianity or not, through your lens of how you grew up after a neighborhood or not. The way that we look at the way that we look at the way that we something that will change this field. My nursing friends, oh my gosh, when I was doing research on self-care, because you all go through the same compassion fatigue and everything else that helping professionals go through. Because you have a very okay, so it's when we consider all those things, I was just speaking about one person who has one asked about the populations you want to serve and what the last part talks about your God given essence. Who else I go after? But it's what ingredients has God really placed in you, in your being. And right there I'm talking about purpose. We'll drill down on purpose. Like I'm a person that can that. You would never know what was going on with me. Even when I was tired, I had always been like, oh, okay, it's time. I think it's all good. Because I had been trained essentially with our new friends. Like somebody from a couple semesters ago just sent me a text, and I let Erica read it so she wouldn't know I was making it up. She said, I use children until I have a job here, and this is what I'm doing. I mean, just little things like that, where God will be able to show me, yes, you are making a difference. And it's not about bragging, it's nothing like it. It's just that God still have struggles every day. But I can say, hey, y'all, I'm struggling, but I know that God has me on this path because He has given me this essence to be able to help someone. So, and you don't have to have a trauma story. Again, a 0 does not mean that you are absent of trauma. It means that you might have some victories that didn't qualify on this list or any of the other ones, but also some good things that bother us. And the way that we experience those is really what makes us us and makes us our experience and makes us personal. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I wonder if it's not rather than how they want to feel that before they have children to so I just wonder where the intentionality if we really focus help them heal and not just how like that eyes all season and our little brothers are so good. What if we can approach humans as if they were humans? Because it needs to happen. And in this video, why I want you to drill so far down on your values, we're having values exercise, is because parts in the book, I think I circled them in a different color. My Bible, my tab. In the book that I need a better system. My Bible is like, I'm like, okay. But basically, we talked because they weren't finding what I catch that, right? Because they were just, I can't remember exactly what they were doing, but yeah, they left jobs. He left a couple of them. I remember one didn't last long enough. And I really think that's some of them. And because as after he left the VA. So why did he leave the VA? Let's jump there right quick. Y'all think we'll get to it right now. I'm getting to this. I mean, you saw me jumping. That's like, I'm so excited. I'm talking about the stuff. Okay, so
Oh, it's an answer.
oh, go ahead. Answer.
Why he left the VA.
Yes, why
Did you want
did
to do studies and research and interventions with alcohol?
All right. Wait a second.
This time you lost back to him.
All right. It has never been shown that PTSD is relevant to the mission of the veterans. Yes. This is what, so let me tell you why Dr. Vera Cook is so cool. Everybody else in here knows they have to do. I am on page 19 for those of you who are laughing at me. So yes, Dr. Friday, oh my goodness. Okay. He wanted to study the biology of traumatic memories. What? So, and yes, the response is never shown is relevant to the mission of the veterans. Which now the entire Veterans Administration is why outside of this book, here's the caveat. I told you all, I don't care about memorization. I don't care about having a test in here because I want this stuff to heart. This book for me being the Bible, I really want to read it. Yeah. I believe in it. I do because I know it will be life-changing for you no matter how you interact with professional careers. If you're working with people, if you are a human that has a book, because it's too relevant to life and everything that we really do and everything that affects us. Now, I thought it was important for you to be very clear on your values before I knew that Bessa was doing the same thing. Because it will be challenged. You may have to where your values are being challenged. Now, she is the C, I forgot she's really important. She's the C, she's like the chief nursing officer of all the Franciscan hospitals in the area. Her friend, admin, she's a little bitty Indian woman. Real like we should be in the same room, but not really good friends. But we are. And she was actually like she's a big deal, y'all. I should come up and talk to y'all. She would love y'all. I don't have a home. Y'all can make it. I like it. To her about all these things, and she's so smart. Like I knew that she was like a PhD in a lot of things when I talked with her. How this compassionate can they have when they lose it, right? Because you don't go into nursing thinking it's just like you. You don't go into it for the money and thinking this is going to be a difficult thing, but you know the effect is how people's lives. The message is probably one of my students when I have my touch base. Our next touch base will really dive deeper into the active major. Essentially, when you walk out of my class, I want you to be like, man, I know my. And you're going to get it through the lens of child maltreatment and what I have experienced. So if you already know your purpose, good. We're going to like deepen that purpose, like in the name of Jesus. But that's what I really want you to walk through. Understanding your purpose. Agnes, my friend Agnes, being able to tell me what her purpose is in this and being able to do all that work really matters in terms of how values in the life that we do. Because they do. Okay, never tell a brown person you're colorblind because it's not true. But even like in the good work that we try to do in understanding other cultures, embrace those things, we still have bias. Our brain still does it. I probably need to get to the brain so I can show you like these brain scans that we I can do the study. I want to make sure we can do it. But I have my kids, sorry, brain math. STEM is the um, PET scan where they actually die. So they do math and where they this is Dr. Yip. This is at a conference. This is a system of care conference. I speak there like every year, and I'm on like the community with it together. She's demonstrated with the brain and how she maps children. And so, this is Elijah Burger.
Like one bath walking that still
the brain math. So my children are really strange. They know more about their brain than maybe like 7-year-old probably. And that's not, it's like a stranger one because of the way that they talk. Exactly, right? So they was up there in the place like, I don't think you should. Brain like 7-year-old and all kind of different other things. What this is showing is right here, the amplitude for asymmetry is how well the brain is connected. Just that. How is that is what that slide is showing. So now that I've given that brief explanation of a brain map, what is going on in these? Can you tell by looking at them? You can't. These is how we really look at people. That you aren't able to communicate effectively because things are taking too long for you to process in your brain. The blue means the little delay and something's going on. I can't tell by looking at you that by the time it gets here, you are all over the place. And I've given you 2 commands, but you're still on my voice. You back here, back and forth, but at some point, it short circuits and goes back to the developmental delay of the processing in your brain. For certain parts of your I can't tell that by looking at you that you are having these difficulties in processing. So I start off with these slides that we are the brains that we have. Now that I've given you that short explanation of I can't look at you all, these are brain maps that have been shared with me by some of my clients. Those children that I told you I work with that have severe, and if they're not in the program in which we provide services, they'll be in a residential facility. This one may be the most colorful. Yeah. It's really cool. You look at that. These are all different tools. The phase log. The seasons of community. Red is a sign of trauma. So the more red there is, it's more trauma. I was happy when I got mine. They were mostly good. I think I feel it. All right. These are my boys. Before, so that's Dr. Jane Yip. She's a neurobiologist. If you guys are the group, which I want to go do for you all got that. Neuropsychology is going to be my thing. I'm nothing like you time I Elijah Burger. She's a band. She put a band around your chest and stabs in here. That's actually she's putting fluid in there to be able to, and so she's breathing. So that is being picked up. That big dip that you see with him moving, he couldn't see it. He's starting to the boy. That's what that dip is. Oh,
What is the break?
he's saying where the white one is. And she says that. There's a baby in the background because my friend, she's an optometrist and she needed somebody to one day. Perfect baby. Yeah, let's take him with us. So it's funny. I'm like, I do not have any babies, but Carter was all in the background making noise that day. So I am going to see if this may not pick up the sound. What do I just do? Okay. I want to see if you can hear it. The explanation she gives is she's like talking me through the brain, her brains. No, you can't. Group, I'll tell you what she said. She is saying, you see where she's pointing? She said where there is blue, there is an indicator of the. So let me tell you a little bit background. This happens to be Elijah's brain scan. Do you see where there's mostly blue in his brain? All over. So my twin gestation, the fact that you have twins makes them more susceptible to learning disabilities and health problems if there is a brother. So in my case, I had two brothers. I'm more susceptible to a lot of disabilities, which is very strange, isn't it? I didn't realize the statistics on that until I started really looking at the sensory processing disorder, which we'll talk about a little bit in the next week. For Elijah, like 6 or 7 months old. Now you can't diagnose autism at 6 or 7 months, but I'm his mother, and this is my background. And I'm like, no boy, that's autism. But some of the interventions that we can have and work with him to make sure he's making eye contact. But the key thing for me is that he's rocked. Ridiculous. Himself. He's jumping his past that. He would go so hard, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that he has autism. And so, and not that it's a bad thing, it's just something that I know what that services are like, because you don't have state. And so that was him. Sebastian, I could tell you that he's like your classic Asperger. Yeah, he's just different. He's direct, straightforward. Emotion, he might show him if he wants to. It's just kind of like, he was that child where we would all be sitting on our bed, so at any given time, and this is when he was like small. So you could tell like he was thinking about like, I think I want to sit like that. Right? And go sit. And even we were like trying to go like, So the brain scans actually revealed that both of my boys do have autism. And in fact, they are very high functioning, which is, not that, right? But I don't have any issues in school except for Sebastian. He does have a learning disability that was unspecified. But now that I have his brain map, I can go back and advocate for him and get him like, I'll tell y'all about advocating for IEPs. Like, that's all later on. But I'm going to tell y'all about it because y'all don't know when y'all do it. Okay? And so, many of the things that she was showing is in the middle. We haven't learned that yet because in the next 15 minutes, I might tell us how to do it. The limbic system is the place of learning. He has a very hard time comprehending. He has a very hard time being able to express people in our house, or he's called down. And we see how blue it is for him. And this is a developmental delay. His brain is just not developing. So I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old. I have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old costume. This is what this means. I have the 6-year-old and 35-year-old costumes. This is what's happening. If a person is trying, they are 1 age developmental. So according to his brain, Dr. Nick said he's probably functioning on the level of a 2-year-old. But he's in a 7-year-old. The parent of a 7-year-old, I should expect that he get like a 7-year-old, do 7-year-old things, but when he can't, because I have the child that I have, and this is his brain. This is you can hear Sebastian, because she said, like, Sebastian, she was like, yeah, Sebastian's is worse. And I just cracked up because job that does, just the way that he acts and interacts. I have him tested at the school. She's actually going to open up where you can see. And look at how blue that is. That is all time inactivity. My children, they look. Go ahead, fill in the blank. I'm happy people have not. I'm okay with the blue, right? It's not okay, but I'm okay with the blue because I haven't traumatized them to the point of ridiculous. You see what this one says. I can talk you through that, and we'll go about some of these brain on this side, but then you see Stephen has his name there, Sebastian. Look at how my son processes. That red is not that red on this one. What happened? So I really haven't talked about it. But look at this processing there in that third brain at the bottom. So what the red on that one is showing, because I've already talked about how they want to be red. Up there is the cohesion. I mean, no, that's not cohesion. Oh, the amplitude and symmetry. How is working back and forth as he processes things and going, and messages are registering on both sides of his brain. Do you see at the bottom? So Sebastian is that child in school who was like, okay, come in, do this, and again, he's still on come in. So we have to get stop. His IQ, we only have 140. And he's the one that struggles in school because he processes differently. So I understand it's not a matter of intelligence. It's the way he's processing things and putting them together. So to be able to explain that to his teachers, I'm happy I'm his mother. I thank God I'm his mother, right? But there are a lot of children who I advocate for and who I train my team to advocate for. Like, they didn't have parents like me to be able to advocate for them. Anybody in here have any issues in school, like elementary school, like with learning or learning disability or anything like that? You're probably not gonna say it. You won't tell me. That's fine. But as we work with those children, we are working with those children that are experiencing that anyway. We work with parents that have experienced that in their schools. So we want to know why parents aren't involved, and the parents want to know why the school is so mean. There's a big ditch in between where we need to be able to build a bridge and say, it could very well be likely that the in school as well. Like, they don't want to find them with their hard time in school. And so reminding them of that, it really is like all these brain functions that happen. This is too much going on this one, so we're going to go with it. Okay. Break it down. So right here, we have our good old-fashioned brain stem. What is our brain stem doing right now? What's our brain stem doing? Versus, what else is it doing? We're doing anybody blinking? It's regulating a lot of stuff. Pretty much it's keeping us alive. We can like heart therapy. It's keeping us alive, yes. Our amygdala, on the other hand, anybody know what your amygdala? Anybody amygdala? So our amygdala, I want to say we are more in touch with our amygdala than we are anything else. Because our amygdala is our fight sensor. It has one job, and that one job is to determine whether or not we are safe at all times, 24/7, all the time. Our amygdala is that point in our brain where it says, am I safe? 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 I just heard a noise. Am I safe? It's always asking that question. Am I safe? Am I safe? And as soon as it is told no, your hippocampus kicks in. The hippocampus is the part of the releases calm that amygdala down and say, you're going to be okay. It's okay. But the hippocampus also has another function. Anybody know? Right. So the amygdala is something it's not learning. So as the primary base for learning, it's the but it's being calmed down, and there's something going on, and we have a child and or parent in fight, or freeze, we need to know that those are not teachable moments. We can't say their life if they're in a fight because there's no learning going on. Our brains will not allow it. It's like me trying to get outside, but I won't open the door. And I'm saying it's like I'm trying to get outside. I should be outside. But there, it's closed. So I can't. There's no way, it's impossible. All right, so the thalamus, actually we should have read about this already. I might be too far in the book. All right, so we did read about that part in the book. This is what Dr. Dennis was talking about. Half of y'all didn't read it, apparently, because I had like pictures. I had like read the part. Before we in class, I was talking about where we're going to go to the book and how we're going to digest it. That's when this is explained part. And all this stuff, I want to focus on that right now. We'll be able to read about it in the book because that is the explanation that I did when I just talked about the brain. Come straight to Dr. Dennis. It's another brain scientist that I want to do. I pray on. We'll see what happens. The hippocampus and the amygdala are always scanning things. So when you come into a room and maybe people have been arguing, you can feel the what in it. And there's somebody that you're around and you really don't like them. It's just something about them. They give you the freak. What do they give you? What is that? I heard that. What do they give you? PBG is what I was looking for. What were you saying? Yeah, a vibe. So vibes, PBGBs, that's always my favorite. Who was thinking PBGBs? Hey, y'all, look, I know y'all quick things when you want to talk to me. Oh, we're usually on the same page, everybody. You gotta be comfortable talking out loud. All right, so pre, PBGBs, vibes, and tension. Those are all energy. And I've worked a lot in energy. I practice Reiki. I already know I go through this temple to get my meditation on. But if you believe in a heartbeat, then I say to you that you believe in it. Because you just told me about tension, vibes, and all those other things, right? So there is an energy that's ever present, always present. It is my belief, right? Everything I've read thus far, our amygdala is not scientific at all. But if I walk into a room and somebody gives me creeps, my PBGB indicator also is letting me know I'm not being a person. How can you ever experience that? And all of the victims that I work with that have experienced rape always tell themselves something was not right about him. I knew I should have done that. I knew I should not have gone. I knew he should not have done it. But they told their PBGB indicator, also known as their amygdala, to shut up. So when we think about that, I can tell that, like, you're like, oh my God. Think about how many times a day we do that so we can be polite and Christian. Even though we know it's somebody we should not be fooling with or be around. When we turn on our manners and our PBGB indicator becomes wrong. Go ahead, Jim. So last year, that book was told me about that book, and I read it. It's almost. The PBGB indicator? Yeah.
I have cues about the environment that may tell you.
So I haven't made this up. Right? All right. So at least two people agree. Danny and Jill say I know what I'm talking about, right? Then there's a whole book out there that's already written on PBGB indicator in your spare time. And in the meantime, true, because our amygdala is always scanning the environment to make sure that we are safe. As soon as our amygdala says that we are not safe, we need to listen because we are not safe if our amygdala tells us we're not safe. In addition to my amygdala is overactive and hypersensitive, as chapter 1 and chapter 2 will talk you through some of those things. Even if I am relatively safe, but my brain tells me I'm not safe, then I'm not safe. People who are having those moments of freak out or however you want to talk about it and explain it, they're not safe right there. We have to help them convince their brains that they are safe, able to come. All right. Up there next week, but before we go, let me tell you about what has happened in the world of us. I'll give you Danny and Leah to explain like what's happening going. But this book, not okay, you better read it. Okay, so our discussion by I'm actually looking for another classroom to do because I do like to do activities. And participating in activities is kind of like heart in here. Not as like the baby talks that we have on the front. But just other things to verify this, what happens is neurological pathways are made 11 times faster than you do with fun. So I want these things to be ingrained in your heart. It's not boring, like lecture. If you're an introvert and don't want to talk out loud, that's cool. We're gonna have to figure out another way to communicate though, because I do need more like I'm an extrovert, so I need you live. That's where I get my energy. This book, the book pictures 1 and 2. Somebody has filled this out over here. Can I see it? You know what? So I want to go. I'll let you go. I'm sorry. So okay. So if we have not studied, you still have a call. That's fine. What's next place about the self-awareness counseling week 1? I am going to attempt this week to bring everything together. So weeks 1 and 2 and now 4. Forget about 3 as long as we move on to 4 because we just talked about it now today. And so we need to pick up in the brain. Again, this is foundation. But there's some other foundation things as far as lenses and your values that I need to be solid in. Because we will continue to come back to your values. Do you see why now that we talked about ACEs, like digging in the scriptures and all those things? Because I want you to be very clear on who you are as we move forward. And so the book, we were supposed to do parts 1 and 2. Talk a little bit about part 1. Part 2 has some things that I'm going to dive into. Next week, I will dive into the book part, but we will have a discussion during the first part of class, right? So we'll start class from now on, 12:15 Wednesday. Be here if you can. 1:15, get out the class. And that's totally fine. Next week, we will be talking about, we're supposed to talk about attachment and neurotypical versus traumatic development. Personal and statutory definition is supposed to be due, but don't worry about that because we didn't get to dive into it. This has been the weirdest semester I've ever had because month and 2, we still have people doing the class. No more after trying to figure out the flow of online and how it's going to go. So I don't expect it to change anymore. 12:15 and 2:15 we will have class. And in addition to that, the weeks of mine, I just expect you to retrieve the information. I can see whether you retrieve it or not, because I can stop you on right there. So I'm not worried about that. Just be truthful. And then come to class. If you want to send me a note because you can't talk out loud, that's fine. People jump into the discussion between us rather than me being done. So like, I'm yelling. I'm not going to yell. Okay, have fun.
So we are meeting for class.
No, girl, we are not. I will be posting those things online.
Or the next
Or the next week, because that is February 14th. But you won't have to go to see me at the day of this conversation. I'll be curious on those days. All right. I have to look at that and see.
So stuff that we do this, we don't.
Okay, yes, they have been very intellectual in doing that. So yeah, we do.
Okay, so we need to make a
Oh, yeah. So, but the meeting thing, I'll just okay, we do all three. Let's see. Okay. Did you have any email about the? Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna have time to look at it right now.
Okay.
All right. So the manifesto is due
We talk about it. We'll talk about it. That's kind of like take them from down, talk to them. That's not fine. Okay.
I do. I just want to make sure that I do.
Like some things that are fun, so sometimes without me.
No, so like I feel this workout on that. And
You know, these
most people and then here with the board. This. I got you.
I just give a lot of ways to be creative.
Alright, so we're in this class next.
I'm trying to find it.
No, you're good. You're good.
Whenever we talk, I feel like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not about to go long. I have an issue to know around my mind. Like, when we used to work in the office, I talk to you. We talk about a lot of different things that he wants to talk about. He's like, I need to talk about it because it's hurt. And yeah, the first day, what was interesting to you, finding like, you want to do like an hour, I'm talking about a lot more, but we want that, you know, it was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, don't worry, I have it. I
Yeah, that's right. I think it was the first phone call. Yeah. So I got the word double.
Like, she really said that to me. I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah. My lesson said that, and then I hung up, and I'm like, we need to talk about it. I was,
I just didn't want to talk about it.
and then I emailed it to her, and I'm like, oh no, I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
This is what I need to understand. If you work a lot hard, I'm like, oh, great. But it's reflecting. Share with me what you want from it. But I will offer a lot of reflective things because you want to see my family that so far. I need you to talk to me, but I want to reflect on what you have posted. Right? I don't. But for the most part, it's just like, what do you think about that? In turn, that's why I asked that.
But I did send it to her.
So I said most of it. We will meet the 12 to 15 going forward. No, we told me don't worry about logging it at a certain time. I just have that. So we just have to. So I think I'm not trying to hold it. I have to go this way. I don't want to do it. So I'll vice president presentation on the library years. And I talked about all of these very things that we do. Because this is two foundational things that I have to do. Oh, you know that? Yeah, I know that. The process, and you can have a relationship. That's what I was thinking. Parents are not a relationship, not necessarily about the birth. I mean, that's just like saying if you're a foster parent or a adopted parent, it's totally different. It's about relationships. If you can do a relationship with someone and know that you want them to bond the time with them to go with them. That's what I mean. Because you know,
I needed a consultant.
already. Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Oh, you're good. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody go on one?
It's like a lot.
I don't know.
Well, no, I know.
It was. is back home. I'm not. Are you?
Yeah, I love
Okay. Okay. Everything is good. Yeah. So I'm not American, and like this is something that after a couple of years, I was thinking about all this different stuff, and what I wanted to bring this to was people back home use a lot of terms very loosely, so you constantly that's like autistic. And if you're not a certain way, then you're not. And I wanted to do. Like ever since I came here, that I've been going through it, and I was trying to figure out if I tried um, going to like school for therapy and all the other stuff. But like this advocate the education is like to help the children and just to help them family to be able to like, obviously that's passionate about and I've been able to find it yet. But thank you for sharing this because
Oh my, I know, like, maybe my family is a family, and so like, um, I am a very high, and I always am. Now, I didn't know until I was introduced to Reiki, the Japanese form of review. And so, nothing like this. It doesn't history. So, I tend to go a lot of history practices when it comes to healing things because I think Western wise, we look so much to get that process that God has given us. I think it's holy. So that's why we love those things. But I needed to do that. I said, honestly, I really needed to do that. You know, even I share, like, I don't have an issue with sharing what I've been doing, what I continue to go through, because I think that's saying that humanism is people is what we need to do. And as Christians, we have a very bad tendency. And I want to be able to dispel that. So I appreciate it.
and my sister is I don't know but my first son he has some learning disability. My sister has it too, and she has to take this is some kind of or I don't know, but she needs to be taking medicine. It's like you can be and it's like everybody would come up to me whenever I can help Francis. Different.
But even in the book, it talks about we're meaning making. So the things don't fit our meaning. They don't. We make everything. Where's home? I'm home often.
Thank you. I go home to summer. This is how so
is also something that I needed to go to. I'm not ready to say, like, I don't have knowledge for it, and I don't have like, the words to describe it as well.
What is your language that you have? How can I support you?
It's like learning about this stuff and like reading that book. Gonna help to
Is this year more going to
while going home, and then having to readjust to the culture. Because one of the things is that and that is a very good strength to have, but also it's one of my weaknesses is that I got comfortable in that. And I'm just good at certain culture background. So, I might just want to keep doing, but so we're on student visas, and she needs some kind of sponsor in the United States. How to get a visa. She's a nurse. She's a nurse. Right now, but anyway. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You said that. Well, the way that she interprets it, it's a visa. So that might be it. And also, it's kind of expensive to sponsor somebody. Or all right. Yeah. I'm going to in your system. I'll tell you, any program that I have, like even though we're morning, you always have access to it. I'm actually like a study of this book. For everybody else, it's a pay what you can, so that I can raise money so that other people can get working. So, anything, learn anything you want to talk to them. If I need to come over there and program, I'll do that too. I'll go. I'm sure. You doing? You going back for good? Okay, so I'm gonna take the summer to be over in Indonesia, right? We can brainstorm, you know, the culture is on. So that's all I interpret what's going on, and I can do that. I can put everything I have into it to make sure that we can bring this message to everybody. That is my. Life are different because I have a mental illness. I am diagnosed with a mental illness, but I look like everybody else. And I can perform like most people. My son, that is very strange. He said, why is he weird? And why is he act like that? And why is he acting like he's a baby? Because I'm weird.
Okay, but I don't know. That's like, that's social work. I just want to go deeper.
Like in the States, or whatever, like, you know,
I don't do it, but it's not.
well, the path I took is definitely, but untraditional was organization, I am psychology, it's industrial organization psychology, but I always like was fascinated with how things work through organizations can be. So in that normally, I really, but then I took it out on my core biology, like I would be a neuropsychologist, like my PhD. And so I would just like that I go. But Erica, is like my student, is the biggest answer that she's getting her in a self. Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with like being straight. I think that there's really, but I think there's also an opportunity to be able to learn a lot from it. Because like now, my master's in so now when I get into it, it's like I think I have a better experience. But people working in child welfare changed everything. I think I think that experience helps a lot. So program wise, that's probably going to be one of these because a lot of that really is, I want to say there is no science to it. It's kind of like, this is a good idea. I was a 7 master's program for 4 years. I learned that. But as I gained experience, it was more kind of like, oh, I can do this. And that's how I got my focus on. Yeah, I really can do this. And that has my work. That's an individual. So I'll respond better by text than I do to myself. And I feel that I respond a lot. I get time, but emails I have to do. This email, I try to get time. Sometimes like that's it.
Okay. So today, it's like only for academic counseling, admissions counseling. That have
Don't make a great stop. Right? Because even if they don't know about it, right? Trade bachelors. Your expertise, you're an expert, right? I mean, she's my student. As long as y'all would look at the most people, if you know you're an expert, you can go further on the skill, but what we do in this world is we try to do it. You can go there and the reason go up. Because they just need to this ego. So when she become an expert on it, I said, I know you. I'll come over here, I'll train with you. I'll give you everything I have. Started I don't get it how NGOs. They say on this. So find out what you do. That is like start that this is you want to do, act like you need to do it tomorrow. Because you need to have a plan, you need to have a plan. Because that is something that pushes that fears that it's totally do that. People go along the brain. We get around this class and tell all
you look at, all right, when I go back home, I really don't want to go back home. That's really messed up what's happening with my sister. She can get sponsorship. But in the meantime, you look at it like, okay, I'm going home. And I just keep it all different. And so you look at it like that. Now, one of the business solutions that you're about to graduate, maybe your free time to say that this organization over there, because there's no reason why you can go back and do it. Thank you. Yes, we're gonna have you running electronics. No,
The battery thingy pops up like as soon as you like finish.
okay.
So
That's good. The next time I think I might just sit back there. I think it stops the recording. You know I was finished. You know, it stops the recording. But that's how, like I said, unfortunately, this time we just don't have audio. And whatever you, I mean, I try to have it, the probably won't be like until the weekend I get it posted. Just know it's been missed. Have a test. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. You too.